Hello and welcome. Okay, how is you doing on this project? Have you decided yet to join us or not? I surely hope you'll jump in. This is so much fun, and there is no pressure, please. Remember that anything you do is a charitable project, and you do it when, where, and how you want. And so I just want to keep you inspired and show you along the way some of the small projects that I'm doing to be giftable. And remember that it can be hand sewn or machine stitched, knitted, crocheted, anything that has a stitch in it that's handmade like that can be incorporated in Hugs and Stitches. So what am I going to do with this right here? Well, you stick with me and I'm going to show you because out of scraps, we're going to make a very usable little product, okay? Now, what I've got here is just a scrap piece of fabric, a little embellishment that I've sewn, okay? Just scrappy stuff. And a piece of, this is woven upholstery fabric that was on a sample card. As you can see, the glued paper is still on there. I'm leaving that on there because it's going to be hidden, but it will give some substantial strength to this top, which I really need. Now, what I will complete here is a very scrappy, simple little pouch, okay? But what a great organizing pouch. As you can see the pattern on the back side here, this was a bigger piece of fabric that I cut in half to make two smaller pouches. This is the back side of this one. Okay, nice sized little pouch to be an organizer on your desk. It can fit in your purse, your craft bag, your car, wherever you need just little organizing pouches. Won't that be nice to have something like that? Simple, scrappy, very easy to do, yet a nice little gift that says, look at all these hugs and stitches just for you. And that's what we want to do here. Now, this has a Velcro opening, and closure. It has a little lining on both ends. It has a finished edge on these ends. These are raw edges, okay? Just simply sewn down the side and left raw edges. Fraying out and all that is just part of the charm. Just think of it as scrappy farmhouse, boho, cottage core, however you want to think about it. This is simply a sit-down, scrappy project that just doesn't have to be perfect. What we need is lots of stitches. Okay, so lots of hugs. So this is the little pouch, and this is a little embellishment that I made slow stitching. This part is slow stitched and then sewn onto the front to give it just a little bit of embellishment. Isn't that pretty? And I've got a couple of more here going that I'm going to be using soon. This one and this one will make a square one, and this one again, as you can see, I'm utilizing my scraps to make these little embellishment closures. Okay, and then a couple that I made in another video. I think I will use them the same way. Now we'll need to have a little bit bigger flap for these, but that's doable. That's not a problem. Okay. All right. So just a little bit of an idea there. Okay, just very simple. The two finished edges. All right. What I did to get that was I simply turned this piece over, looking at the right side, and looking at the right side of my fabric. I lined it up with the end, a piece on each end, okay? Then I made a seam. I sewed it on, just about a 1/4 inch seam, a piece on each end, and a 1/4 inch seam. Okay, trimmed it even on the sides. When I turned it over and turned that piece over, what I got was a finished edge. And when I turned that piece over, then I came and I sewed it down right close to the edge to make me a firm finished edge there. And this piece, as you can see, is about this long, and then a piece on the other side. So it's nicely way to use scraps when you don't have a scrap that does the full length in one piece of fabric. Just use 2 lengths on each side. I can do that in this project here because I'm using upholstery fabric, that sample that I have, and that's pretty heavyweight fabric as it is, so it doesn't necessarily need to be reinforced. All right, then I sewed me a little piece of Velcro here, and then when I turned my pouch over, I figured out where that other piece should go right here, and I sewed it on to this side. So I had those 2 things done. And when I came down from the top and sewed all the way down, determining how much of a flap, I wanted there. And then when I got through with all of that, I simply put it on the machine and took my piece that I was making, put it on there, and sewed it over the Velcro where I had the Velcro showed on this side where I had sewn it. So on the finished side, you don't see any of that stitching for that Velcro. It's a finished look on this side. Okay, very simple, not perfect, very rough, and but perfect is not what we're looking for in this project. If I wanted to do perfect, I would be able to do a lot less items. I think people aren't really looking for perfect either. They realize when they get a little gift like this, it's handmade, it's rough, it's scrappy looking, but it has a little purpose as a pouch and an organizer. But the bigger purpose is the fact that it's a reminder that they're cared about. It's something that every time they look at, every time they see a stitch, they think, there's a hug and another hug and another hug and another hug. I have all the hugs I need. Someone gave me these hugs. And so that's the sentiment and the feeling that we want to incorporate in this project. So don't feel like you have to make big projects, entailed projects, perfect projects. Just make something from your heart that you want to gift to someone else. Okay? Now that's this one. So far I've made a little book that was a little more time consuming than this project. But this one is very easy. Probably within an hour I had made the whole thing. And so definitely doable. So let's see, I'm going to make some more of these in different sizes, and we'll be looking at some of those in the videos ahead. So please, jump in. Look at the original post, and it tells you how to get listed as a member and how to join our project and what our mission is and what we're going to be doing and everything like that. I have a co-host now for this project I'm so thrilled about. It's Heather on My Blue Desk, and I will be linking her in all these projects because she will be also doing projects that will help you to have inspiration and ideas of things that you can be doing. And she'll help us stay on track and keep organized too as we go along. So we are on each of these thumbnails, you'll see the progress that we're making. And we're just a handful right now, but we're going to grow. Just give us time. and we're going to help and spread some hugs worldwide as we do. So till next time, let's stay very happy in hugs and stitches.